Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm really excited to be sharing a flip through of my Thankful 30 2020. I used 2 field notes because I didn't want this to get too bulky, so I usually end up with 2 field notes. I've always used a field notes. My last 2 Thankful 30s, I trimmed down my field notes, but this year I decided not to, so I have more space to be more creative, I guess. But I did stick to a format, and I tried to keep it cohesive, keep it simple, and I'm going to walk you through this. But I do have a playlist of my Thankful 30 from, I think, 2018, 2019, and now 2020. So if you want to check them out, I definitely recommend to check out my playlist. And let's get into the flip through. So we're gonna go ahead and start with my first field notes, Traveler's Notebook. What I love about these field notes is they had these little pockets that you can kind of slip a card through and create a little title for your field notes. And I love how it turned out. I used Simple Stories collection, the Cozy Days collection. I also used, let's open this up so I can share with you. I also used Feed Your Crafts cards, journaling cards, and Feed Your Crafts Apollo Alpha stamp sets, the inline and outline, to add my title. I used Carrie Bradford's, I think it's called the Time Block stamp set. It's like a little bundle. Love it. I'm so happy I bought it because the date stamp looked really bold, really cute in this small space. So I was happy to use those. 3 companies, 3 products, and I had a stash on hand, little basket full of everything I'm going to use in this project. So it made the process so easy. Now, prompt number 1 was all about me. I always add the titles because it makes it easier to remember what the prompt is. You could always like print out the prompt, and I did use Feed Your Crafts prompts for the Thankful 30. And I used the collection from Simple Stories to add leaves, whatever the case is. Sometimes I added a sweater. Prompt number 2 was all about something physical about you. And I just added my journaling, kind of documented what I'm thankful for. I've been asked a lot about how I printed on my cards. It's very simple. I just literally measured the journaling space. And then I use a Mac, so I use Pages, and then made a little box with the same size, added my text in the box, printed it through my printer, my home printer. You do have to stick down your card to your paper, your printer paper, and then run it through your printer. I use this tape runner because it's not permanent. You can remove the tape if you wanted to, but these are getting stuck on a traveler's notebook, so I didn't mind it if it was kind of sticky or whatever. So I just kept the tape on there, but that's how I print on my cards. It's very easy. And there's so many tutorials out there sharing how you can do something like that for your project life cards or whatever the case is. Prompt number 3 is all about friends, and I was documenting my friends. Now, I did go through my own stash of stamps because sometimes, like when I was documenting my friends, I knew I had like a friendship stamp set. So I used that to add to my collection, but I was more focused on those 3 products that I shared with you earlier. And those were like the main products that I used. But every once in a while, I go through my own stash and use my own stamps or stickers or whatever the case is. Documenting my kids, I'm thankful for them always. They always make it into my Thankful 30. My parents as well, love them to death. Again, keeping it cohesive, adding my title, journaling card, photo, and dates. Stitch has made it into my Thankful 30 this year. I did change up the prompt for this one. I believe it was like thankful for the town you live in or the suburbs or whatever the case is, but I really wanted to add Stitch in there. So I decided to change that prompt. Documenting my favorite couch ever. I talked about this in one of my process videos. And again, just keeping it very simple, just adding like a cluster of flowers over my journaling card, adding some stamping in my title, and it just comes together so quickly. You don't really need to add much. Thankful for my cordless Dyson vacuum cleaner. This is the best thing ever if you have pets and children. Documenting my car, and this was a prompt about like your transportation. What do you use? And I love my Jeep. I've had it for 10 years. She is still strong, knock on wood. And so I documented that. There's another example of just using my own stamps. Like I wanted a car stamp, so I grabbed one of those. I believe it's a Kelly Perky stamp, so added that. Shows. I love watching shows. Love watching shows. They keep me entertained while I'm crafting, while I'm working, while I'm relaxing. So there was more than one show I wanted to document. So I created a collage this time around, changed it up a little bit, and that's okay. It still looks cohesive. It looks great. And just stamped out shows, added a few flowers. I did the same for prompt number 11. It was about music. I did a collage of some of my favorite singers and artists and stuff. Really love that. Again, grabbing a stamp set from my stash and adding like the headphones and music notes. Books. I think this prompt was probably about your hobby or something you enjoy doing. This time around, I knew I had a pack of die cuts from Feed Your Craft that were book themed. So I went through those and used that for the spread. Your go-to drink. I'm always thankful for coffee, especially when I get to go to Starbucks. I don't drink a lot of Starbucks because I find it very expensive. So I don't drink a lot of Starbucks. And when I do, I document my Starbucks cup of coffee. But I'm always so thankful when I do grab a cup of coffee from Starbucks because to me, that's like a luxury. Next up, some of my favorite food. It's always Middle Eastern. That's my go-to. Love my Middle Eastern food. Again, your favorite dessert or your go-to dessert. So thankful for these amazing cookies that, we usually make them around our holidays, but I'm grateful that my mom makes them all the time because she knows I love them, but they're so yummy. And that was day 15. I tried to keep it up to 15 days because if I didn't, it would get really bulky. I do remove pages from the staples in the center, and that's really easy to do. I just remove them. I lift the staples up, remove my pages. I make sure I have enough for 15 days and then just, close them back together. And that way you have a little traveler's notebook that fits as many pages as you want. So let's move on to my next one. So my next traveler's notebook starts at day 16. I do need to add a little something to this first page, probably like a sticker or something. But day 16's prompt was something you made, and I was so proud of myself that I started the October daily this year, and I made an October daily. It came together quickly, nicely, smoothly, and I was very proud of myself. So I'm thankful that I did it, and I will definitely be doing it next year. I am totally a fan right now. I am also thankful for the color blue this year. Georgia turned blue, so I wanted to document that. I did use my I'm a Georgia voter here and kept it really, really simple this time around. I just used a Studio Calico stamp set to add the US flag. Prompt number 18 was a luxury. I had bought myself a new iPad. Yes, I did. Again, it's really hard for me to buy expensive things. So I'm thankful that I did it and I bought it because it's my new favorite thing. Day 19 was like an appliance or a piece of equipment or something. And of course, I'm going to document my Kindle. I read with my Kindle every single day, every night. I love this thing. It is one of my favorite things ever. I do need to upgrade because it is an old one, but I love it so much. Day 20 was something that made your life easier. And my dishwasher makes my life easier. I know anybody who washes dishes just hates it and loves their dishwasher. So definitely thankful for that. I always struggle using larger ephemera. So I tried my hardest to keep my journaling smaller so I can use those large ephemeras. So day 21 was, I believe it was something that stood the test of time. And my relationship with my husband has definitely stood the test of time. You know, every marriage has that. You have ups and downs. We all struggle. So, you know, definitely after 20 years, that's definitely something to be thankful for, that you have someone to rely on and vice versa. And plus, like, just having a good relationship that makes such a big difference in a marriage. So I definitely wanted to document that. So day 22 was about sweater weather. And this is what I love about the Simple Stories, the Cozy Days line. You know, it was all fall themed. So there was a sweater weather die cut. There was a sweater die cut. So I used those. I am just documenting how I'm thankful that I took that jump into creating my own merch. I really wanted to do it for a while and create, you know, crafty merch. So I was really excited about it. I'm thankful that it worked out. I'm thankful for everybody who purchased my sweaters and t-shirts, and they're so comfortable and soft. I can't even tell you how soft they are. So I definitely wanted to document that for my sweater weather, especially that I've been wearing them nonstop, basically. Day 23 is sunny day, and I enjoy sunny days, you guys, especially here in Georgia when it rains a lot. But I'm just documenting us, you know, going to the park and how thankful I am to be able to go to the park with my kids and stitch and enjoy the sunny day. Day 24 was a gray, gloomy day. We have a lot of those in Georgia, so I didn't have to struggle to find a photo for that or to take a photo of that. But I did use like the rain boots, umbrella, just to kind of go with the theme of the rainy day. And this one was like stop and smell the roses, or stop and smell nature, or enjoy nature, or whatever the case is. I took this photo the day of. No joke, my hydrangeas are still blooming. It's crazy. They've never lasted this long. We're in November, you guys, so that's crazy. I don't know why this year they lasted so long. Maybe we just had a warmer winter or fall. I'm not sure. But you can tell the bottom ones are kind of dying. But after I took this photo, I did cut them off and put them in my kitchen because they're beautiful. And all I did was add a few flower stamps here. I stamped them out and trimmed them out, and then kind of matched my bloom with my flowers. Trips, like documenting a road trip. Obviously, we're not going on any road trips right now or traveling or anything like that. I'm able to go to the nearest lake next to our home and enjoying the scenery, the hike, all of that. And I love going with the kids and my husband and stuff and enjoying the fresh weather. So I just documented that as my trip. Documenting a laugh out loud moment. That was one of the prompts. And this was just a little story that my son, when he took Stitch to the park, his leash broke. So it was really hard to control Stitch to get back to the car. And Leith was so worried that he's going to get in trouble for not having his dog on the leash. So it was a funny story how he struggled to get back into the car to come home and pick up the leash. So I definitely wanted to document that because I was laughing out loud how my son was telling the story. It was kind of cute. So day 28 was, I believe, a smell that makes you happy or something. And I'm going to document my candles. I love vanilla scented candles. They're all over my home. They make my home smell like freshly baked cookies. I love it. So I definitely wanted to add that for day 28. Day 29 was a tradition. We have a little tradition in our family where somebody has to bring some kind of dessert that involves pumpkin. So this year, because we did not do our, traditional family dinner on Thanksgiving together, so we all made our own little pumpkin dish. And it was fun to kind of chat with my sisters and Zoom with my sisters on Thanksgiving Day and kind of see what everybody made. I ended up making pumpkin cheesecake, which turned out so good. My sisters, I think one did muffins and cookies, one made a pie. So that was fun, and I'm so thankful for the little tradition that we have. Last but not least, I am thankful for everything. I decided for day 30 that I'm just gonna journal about being thankful, have food on my table, being able to have turkey and side dishes for Thanksgiving. I know this year has been rough for a lot of people. People have lost loved ones. People are struggling. People have lost their jobs. So I'm always thankful for the small things, the little things, the important things, right? So I really wanted to document that. So I just took a picture of our Thanksgiving dinner, added that to my spread, and just stamped thankful. And that's it, you guys. That is my last page in my Thankful 30 Traveler's Notebooks. I love how these turned out. They're so pretty and chunky, and I can't wait for next year to document my November and create new Thankful 30 memories and moments. I love looking through these, by the way. Sometimes I have repeats, like my kids always make it into my Thankful 30. And sometimes I have new things that I'm thankful for. So they're fun to have, and I definitely recommend it. And you don't have to be thankful just in the month of November. If you bought these cards, I think they are offered digitally, if I'm not mistaken, at the Feed Your Craft website. You can do one for January, or you can do one for December, whatever the case is. I'm so thankful that I did participate, and this is my 3rd year, and it was amazing, and I had a great time. But anyways, you guys, don't forget, I will try to link everything I shared here in the video down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this flip through, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.